Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is Colin, and today I wanted to share with you a team that I thought is really good for the Battle Tower. I know the hype around Diamond and Pearl isn't as there as it was before, but I do think that the team's still good, and I think that I really wanted to update because I think my last team isn't as good as this one, and I want to give you guys the best teams possible. So if you're still playing Diamond and Pearl, still grinding that BP, this is the best way to truly grind BP. In my opinion, I think this is as close to perfect as it's gonna get. So the idea was, I did some research. I was doing some studying, and I found Dewabafet posting on one of the forums on Smogon about Diamond and Pearl, and Dewabafet was using an Aeron team with a very similar, or Smeargle team, sorry, with a very similar a core here, except I believe there's a different Pokemon over Hariyama. So the idea is mainly based on his idea, but I thought Hariyama does add another element to it, and I think Hariyama is really good. Either way, I did want to showcase it, but a lot of the idea is credited to Dewabafet. So the main idea here is to set up Trick Room with Dusknoir, have Aeron protect, because the way the AI works in the game is they will target down the level 1 Aeron because it's level 1. They see a KO on it. So almost all, I would say most of the time, they're going to target Aeron, and then you get up Trick Room for free, and then you just start spamming Endeavors with Aeron, and then these two are insurance policies. If Trick Room were to go up, or weren't to go up, or you needed to set up Trick Room again, I think Hariyama is great. This is the addition that I changed. And then Tyranitar is your main sweeper. It's really good versus Cresselia, Heatran, the birds, all the stuff out there. And it hits really hard. So now let's break down each Pokemon individually so you can have an idea of how to play this team. And then obviously I'm going to have a showcase of the team afterward. Let's start with Dusknoir. So with Dusknoir, your main goal is to set up Trick Room here. I'm actually going to start with the spread. The spread is designed to live the Outrage from Banded Dragonite and Earthquake from Heracross. You'll commonly see it with the Tower Tycoon and his son. So it's really important to be able to live that, in my opinion. So that was what the spread does defensively. And then basically, the moveset's pretty simple. So you're going to set up Trick Room every single turn on turn 1. And then turn 2, you're going to go for Endeavor plus Nightshade if the target is not a normal type. If it is a normal type, Karate Chop it with Brick Break, and then you're going to get a KO every single turn. The main goal is to target down one opponent's side, because obviously the double battles in the battle tower, you're going to hit, there's 2 trainers, so if you take down one trainer, they can no longer send out Pokemon on that side, so you can make it a 2v1. So the idea is to Endeavor Nightshade the same slot twice. The main reason that Gravity is there is just in case there's Bright Powder. This team actually does accommodate for hacks for the most part. If you see Bright Powder, if you know Bright Powder is there, if you can set it up, Gravity works really well. It also works really well with Tyranitar. Tyranitar runs Stone Edge here to do as much damage as possible. So basically, you're just going to be attacking the same slot twice. And then Brick Break is purely there just to hit normal types because you can't do that normally. And then Gravity is obviously your just your insurance policy, if you will. So basically, again, you're going to lead Aeron plus Dusknoir, press Protect, plus Trick Room, and then target down the opponent. It's very simple. Now let's look at the star of the show, Aeron. So all you need is a level 1 Aeron. It doesn't actually matter what the spread is. You're just not doing any damage anyways. So what Aeron's here to do is it's here to press Endeavor, and then it's here to press, that's it, Protect. So you're going to lead Aeron, it's going to Protect, and then you press Endeavor over and over and over. One of the big weaknesses to Aeron is actually like Ghost types. But if you do see a Ghost type, you can obviously just work down the partner and then use Tyranitar to clean up the Ghost types later. I think Tyranitar is really important for that reason. But Rock Slides, just in case they have a 1 HP target, you can potentially hit them or flinch them. It's just like a fail-safe move. It isn't going to be pressed that much. Swagger, again, is one of those things. If I find myself that Aeron can't do anything, I'll just press Swagger just because I can. And then Protect is obviously super important to protect Aeron. Aeron is very simple, but very effective here. All right, let's look at Hariyama. So Hariyama here is really simple. The moveset is mainly just to do as much damage as possible. The spread wasn't super important because I just wanted to do as much damage and have as much bulk. Fake Out is for the emergency Trick Room setups or late game Trick Room setups. Close Combat is our stab. Knockoff is a hit Ghost because again Aeron struggles with Ghost. And then Poison Jab for coverage. We're going for all 100% accurate moves with Hariyama. No reason to try and miss. I think Hariyama is going to be our main fail-safe. That's usually what its function is. And Hariyama really isn't super important in the team, but I think the coverage it does provide is pretty nice, especially for the normal types and the Heatrans and stuff like that. I think Hariyama is a really good mon here, and it does help set up Trick Room if the situation calls for it. And again, let's go to the final Pokemon, Tyranitar. So I would say Tyranitar is definitely the second star of the show here. The moveset is mainly just to do as much damage as possible and to sweep. Rock Slide is your main, your stab. It hits both Pokemon. Assurance is really strong because everything is slower than Tyranitar. So in Trick Room, you can Endeavor plus Assurance, or you can, mainly you're going to be Endeavor Rock Sliding. Mainly you can Nightshade plus Assurance, Brick Break plus Assurance. You're going to do big damage. Stone Edge is also doing insane damage, and this is mainly good with Gravity. Gravity allows you to actually hit this move, so it becomes a really, really fantastic move. And then Stomping Tantrums just for coverage. And then the Dread Plate is to do as much damage to Cresselia as possible. So it's a pretty simple Tyranitar. It's very easy to obtain. I think one thing to note about this team is that it is very, very easy to get these Pokemon. It's not using any legendaries this time, and it's just super duper easy if you want to start grinding early game BP. So I think this Tyranitar is really great. And this is probably the hardest Pokemon to get, but it is, again, no legendaries, easy BP farm. Now, let's see the team in action. So as you can see, the team is pretty simple. I did get slowed down a little bit by the substitute, but the team basically just functions by itself, and you don't have to put very much thought into battling. Sometimes bringing Hariam or Titar is rather important. The team isn't perfect. You're not going to win every game all the time. But for the most part, you can get some pretty big streaks going, and that's really all you can ask for. It's no legendaries, easy to use. You can do whatever you really want while using the team. It's really easy to pilot, so I highly, highly recommend this team. I think it's really fun, really easy to use, and really easy to obtain, which makes it probably the perfect Battle Tower team for doubles. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments down below how high you get with this team if you decide to use it, what kind of streaks you're hitting. And I hope you have a great and amazing day. See you guys next time.